the day that my Father has made. I will rejoice. Jah, I thank you for this morning. Oh, it's a brand new day. Little bird, they thank him as they sing. So let's all get down and pray.
So, my friend, do you want to touch on your Achilles heel with the word breakaway? So, viewers and subscribers, my esteemed colleague have a huge issue with the word breakaway and how it's used. I'm going to be fair to him, not just the word itself, but how it is being used,
projected.
So, for those of you who have been following the game for a long time, not just yesterday, you would have known that football, top flight football, or top flight English League football, did not start with the Premier League. Right? You first had the first division.
John Barnes didn't play Premier League at the start. He eventually played, but he never started in the Premier League.
So in 1992 was the first year for the English Premier League. But prior to that, you had the English First Division, the English Second Division, which is now the Championship, and you had the Third Division, which is now the First Division, and such forth. Right? When the expert describe the change from First Division to Premier League, they refer to it as a breakaway, right? And my friend have a problem with that terminology being used.
Most definitely.
Tell them why. Tell them why, my friend.
The word breakaway came back up after being dormant for many, many years, since they tried and failed European Super League. And the European Super League was labeled a breakaway from the UEFA. The UEFA Cup. No.
Champions League.
Champions League. So you have Super League, Champions League, and so the Super League was a breakaway from the Champions League. Remember, analyze the current. When you look at it, yes, because if you play in the Super League, you won't be playing in the Champions League. So that is a real breakaway where you have two leagues running concurrently with two different sets of players, no connection between the both. So when I said it's just like 92 when the English Premier League did break away from Division 1 and I said it don't look the same, because what happened is that the English First Division became, we don't have the English First Division with the top team running beside the Premier League. The Premier League teams became, the First Division team became the Premier League team. So it's more like a restructuring, because yes, a negotiation. Yes, they know want more this. Yes, they want to be more visible and more marketing and all of that. But
no, but my friend, let me interrupt you for a minute. So the initial move, was to break away completely from the first of
yes. But I'm not talking about intention. I'm talking about implementation.
But the intention, that's where it started from. And
yes,
then they negotiated. And they come to a compromise.
There's still not argument because what was said even this year that the Premier League is was a potential are supposed to be. The English Premier League is a breakaway.
No, but
And
it can still be considered breaker because the first division would no longer be the top flight league in England.
fine. But all right, answer this question: Is the Championship League a breakaway?
The
But
Champions,
if the
the Champions
if
League or the Championship.
the Championship, the second tier, is that a breakaway too?
So listen, no. Okay, let me explain that something to you. So the Premier League is governed. No. So you had the Premier. Okay, so you had the Premier League, right? And then you had the first division, right? That's how it was, Premier League, first division.
No.
No, yes, I tell you that. Look it up on
92 yet? No, you reach a 92.
1992. It was the Premier League. It was a Premier League, and then it was a first division.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was a first division. The word championship wasn't being used until years after when them rebranded, right?
All right. I'm
And
going to ask
championship.
May I ask you?
No, but
why
the championship. No, but the first division, the first division was a rebrand to be more attractive to sponsors and TV deals and TV rights owners.
And my argument is so was the English Premier League. If you ever call one rebranding for attraction, the other one is also because guess what?
No, because listen. The championship still falls under the rule or under the ownership of the FA, Football Association. The Premiership is not.
No. Don't do that. Because the FA is on the board of English.
On the board.
Yes.
They have a member on the board. On the board. But none of them call the shots. They don't call the shots. They don't call the shots.
What kind of break? What kind of break?
The board is made up of different members, and them have to vote. Them are call the shots.
No, but the FA have influence. You can't break away with influence. That's not breakaway.
FA, it was a compromise. It was a compromise. Who started the breakaway? Who started the breakaway?
Look, you know.
Who started the breakaway?
We're not arguing what was the work. They ask what exists. Stop talking about how it became, what it became. What exists is that the FA sits on the board and make decisions.
No. The FA decision is not final. The FA is not. The FA is not be or that be. And the FA made the decision. They're on the board.
Well, look, but that's not a breakaway. If you sit on the board,
it's a compromise for them to be on the board. That's all the compromise. That's all the compromise.
That's a one position I have. That's a one position. Because that's one position I have. Two, any team in the English Premier League can play championship and play first division and play second division if they keep being demoted. You can't break up from something and still be a linkage.
Listen, I am not saying it's a full breakaway.
No, but nobody
started out as a breakaway.
You're still gone back to what it started.
It started out as a breakaway, and they had a meeting. And they said, okay, this will be the governance of the Premier League.
Why you refusing? No, you have to build up strong, man. We don't want to build up a strong.
I am not. No, because
remember, my position, my position is I'm going to argue my position only. What it is today and for a while now, for a decade now, it is being considered and repeated as a breakaway, not a potential breakaway, partial breakaway. It is
a breakaway. No, a breakaway can be forward movement. It doesn't have to be a big radical change. It can be a forward movement.
And then compared to
that was a forward. You're compared to but you cannot compare to Super League.
They did. They did. The whole breakaway came up back, as a comparison.
No. They would, no. It didn't come up. No, the article was written months before. And the article made no reference. The article made no reference to the Super League.
When the Super League crashed. The Super League.
Party.
Well, I know.
The article I share with you was from last year, and it made no reference to the Super League,
You talk about one article, you talk about when the Super League crashed. Right? There was tons of articles was saying this is not the first breakaway. Remember that, I saw me pick it up,
Yeah, but
I picked up your article.
It is not the same level. So you're saying breakaway is just breakaway. There's no level of breakaway.
No. They never speak of no. So this is not the first breakaway. It happened 1991, 92 when Premier League ship broke away from the FA, and they make similar comparison that it happened before and was successful. What the Super League tried and failed was happened before in England and was successful. And I'm saying that it did not happen. In my estimation, listen. It did not.
Let's be fair about it. Let's be fair. You and I never had this conversation at all. We were strictly speaking about the term breakaway being used with for the English Premier League. We never had this discussion as to it being in comparison to the Super League.
Super League, no, you have to be fair. Super League brought up back the comparison with English Premier League. The English Premier League so-called breakaway was dormant. Nobody spoke of it for decades until the Super League. So it had some relationship and comparison. It came up because
obviously, but there was some correlation, right? However, right, my stance is, this is my stance, right? It's hard to compare the European Super League attempt with, but the same thing happened. The same thing happened. The same reason behind the breakaway is the same reason behind the Super League.
I have no problem.
Right?
I have no problem.
No. What we don't know, what we don't know, and this is what we don't know. We don't know if this had gone through, and UEFA had said, "Okay, can we talk? Can we sit around the table and talk?" You don't know. We don't know if UEFA would have said. We don't know if UEFA would have said, "Okay, you know what? Fine. I don't want to give a 5 team for qualify. No problem. 5 teams for qualify."
And restructure it totally. The way it's structured now, it couldn't work unless it's a breakaway, total breakaway. It didn't have to compromise for farm another trophy that still you have the Barcelona.
Listen, they weren't looking for a total breakaway now. Cause they weren't, because let me tell you why. Whoa. Because remember now, it was 15 permanent team, right? 15 permanent team, but yet it consisted of 20 team, right? So every year you had 5 qualifying teams. Where those 5 qualifying teams will come from, my friend?
May I ask you something? May I tell you something? You're a creature of history and Jamaican history. You remember Federation versus Independence?
Yes.
You can remember post pre-1962 when Norman Manley and Buster Manley, Norman Manley said Federation is everybody forming one, like a European Union, right? For the Caribbean versus independence. And when Buster won the 62 election and he was for independence and said Jamaica going independence, what happened to, you know what them say? 1 from 10 lead not. Jamaica was the standard bearer of the Caribbean at the time. So the strength, if the strength got independence, the federation doesn't exist. I say that to say this. If the top team of Europe not playing in Champions League, there's no Champions League. When argument done.
No. That's beside the point.
What?
No, that's beside the point because, brethren, UEFA right now. We just had a conversation where UEFA have 3 competition. Remember, Champions League wouldn't exist.
You know what makes Champions League the Champions League?
Champions League would not. Champions League. No, hold on, man. Champions League would not exist in the same format. It is, but you could still have a Champions League. It might not be as powerful. It might not be as powerful.
Meaningless. You can't have a meaningless Champions League if there's no Liverpool, no Bayern Munich, no Barcelona, no Real Madrid, no PSG, and some other top teams.
Those are all the top teams, my friend.
No. And the others, the Tottenham who reach finals, but the Chelsea. There are other teams that will make the competition. None of them never will exist because all of them would be.
The Champions League. The Champions League could be the feeder league for the 5 teams.
But the 5 teams would have started at number what? 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20, something like that.
Yes.
So the top 15, who's always going to be in the league, will never play Champions League. Fine. What would that make the Champions League in terms of quality? You think that people don't take up them like tomorrow and talk about them, take out them Heineken and go to sports bar, go watch none of the top 15 teams
My friend, how did these leagues started? You kind them started upon even keel and they were successful and they brought in a lot of money. They started from nothing. The first World Cup, how much team was in the first World Cup? 10.
I don't know what the point, I don't know what the point.
My point is this.
My point is this. No, they are the top team now. And you're going to remove the 15 top team. You identify 15 teams where you say, these are the top. You know, so these are maybe the top. No, these are the top to the organizer of the Super League. And you're going to remove them out of our league. And the league remain potent.
Okay, listen, I am not campaigning for the Super League existence at all because I'm against the Super League. What I'm trying to say is this. If the Super League had gone through and a breakaway from UEFA, right? UEFA had come to the table and said, okay, guys, we need to have a compromise. How we work this out. And they just said, okay, we have 5 slots. We'll use the Champions League for those slots to feed into the league. That is not a possibility.
The other team would have can come down and play the qualifier, just like what English Premier League do.
Listen,
no, the Liverpool, the Man U, if them have a bad season, like when we say Chelsea, they have a bad season one year and they just work them way out of it, and they could be demoted. This Super League, these 15 teams cannot be demoted. They will never play Champions League, no matter how bad they are. They will never play the champ because they are a total break.
They would not. They would not play Champions League. They are a fixture. They are a fixture in that league. They are a fixture in that league. Listen, I don't understand why them are 5 teams. Listen. I don't understand why them are 5 teams. Why?
Promoted team?
Huh?
Potential promoted team?
Yeah, I don't understand where those 5 teams would come from. I don't understand how it would work. They haven't explained that, right?
Remember, them never mentioned Champions League. Them say invite. No, them say special invited.
Right.
So the board is going to take a decision and invite. 5 or a different player.
So listen.
Nothing to do with Champions
League. It would be the same premise like the Confederation, like the CONMEBOL. the South American, where whenever they have the league, because we can't even follow with them anymore, every 4 or 2 years, whatever that is, they invite teams from Asia, the Americas, or North America, so whatever, for make up numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's what they do.
Right. And them invite Jamaica sometimes in a them cup too. We are playing in
Right. So I don't know if that's what the plan was.
That's not the article that I read, the same article that you mentioned of. That's the format. They would just invite 5 teams.
Right, but I am saying, what if UF had come to the table? What if Seraphim had come to the table and said, okay, we don't know what we know.
If I accept the promotion from Champions League, that's you're talking, right? The top 5 from Champions League is the invited people, right?
That's my suggestion. That's what I'm thinking.
Fine. It still would have fallen short of what EPL did with the FA of England. Far short.
But what I am saying is this, you and I, today, you and I know exactly what transpired 1992.
Yes. And I'm saying that, I'm going to leave you with this comparison. An attempt coup is not a coup. An attempt coup with all the plans is not a coup. It is not executed. Do not call something because that is the intent. Call it what it is.
So
implement.
You are saying so your argument is this: the terminology being used by the experts is incorrect.
It's incorrect to what exists. Don't tell me the intent.
Listen,
and
my friend.
Have a breakaway. We don't have a breakaway. We have a restructure and remodel.
I gave you a terminology of breakaway now. And it says one of terminology is forward movement. So you don't consider what if it was a forward movement?
Yeah, stretch it. You're reaching. That's not the context.
That was a forward movement.
No. That's not the context that the word breakaway is used and was used in describing 1990. Nobody used it as that because they came back and compared to know and said it never happened the first time it happened before and it was executed before. So they're saying that what?
Listen, I think you're gonna hang up on
no.
Word, my friend. Yes, man.
They were so angry that even the renegotiated position.
Who was that?
No, the people.
You mean the fans?
Everybody, the media, everybody was so that they was greedy and they want more. And it worked out, It worked out for the better, Everybody was blind. We can tell you that. Everybody that
correct statement. Correct statement, Don't say everybody. Say the English. Say the English.
Not the matter, man. Everybody in the media.
Can't be everybody because the Spanish never have a problem with it. The Italians don't have a problem with it.
England matter. Local.
England had a problem with it.
Local fans, all of them had a problem because they were blind. They don't see. May I discuss this? Money and football. England people still have a problem with seeing football as a business. They have a problem with it. And because they have a problem with it, even with the new negotiated position that is signed, they still felt it was a breakaway, even when it was no longer a breakaway because of the situation. They still have the label because them label it from 2 years ago in the start of the negotiation. When the negotiation ended, them still slapped the label upon it. They still felt the same way. And even today, the success of the league, meaning #1 in the world, them still this year, because of the Super League, still remind us of the label. And that's the problem I have. Them just cannot remove themselves emotionally from what really turned out and signed. Not what was intended.
No, but look, listen.
What was signed.
When the Premier League was created, what happened? How many teams was in the first division?
About
22
20 some,
teams.
22, yeah, something a little
22
bit.
teams. And what
Them
happened after
restructure,
that?
them restructure it. And them change it to 20. So them drop down 2. They
Right.
drop down 2, still demotion. So the last 2, 21 and 22, got demoted to Division 1. Years after that, what the FA did, the FA like what that the Premier League did, and they did it to the Division 1 and turned the Division 1 into Championship and changed
It was all about money. It's not what they liked. It was rebranding. It was money.
No, well, you missed the point. The FA was against the idea of the Premiership. When they saw the success of the Premiership being rebranded, they borrowed the template and put it.
What did the success look like though? What was the success measured?
Sponsorship attraction.
Right, money.
We're not done. And viewership internet worldwide, because the league now became more attractive, because sponsor came in, change up a whole of things, make the league more attractive. It's more marketable. People all over the world start buying and bringing more money. If they saw that they made a mistake and they were wrong and borrow a page out of it and put it to the first division, I said, we now call it first division again. They call it the championship and change the to 1. Right. So they borrowed a page after learning, but the FA learned. But guess who never learned? Most of the media people don't learn, and the fans don't learn, because them still hold to tradition. Say football is a community sport, and we the fans and the player come before the club making money. And if the club want to make money, we are against that. And that a play out in the Super League, them reiterate that position. You see that well, Liverpool, you see what Manchester reiterate, you see Chelsea do it. All of them do it. As if people must pump money in the team with no expect of returns.
Exactly.
This is not 1840 football.
Exactly. You have a team for it.
English people are backward in terms of business.
No, but listen, but in Germany, the teams are not a company. The teams are.
And that means that Germany, right?
The teams are owned. No, it doesn't mean that Germany, right? Because look, hey.
Well, Germany is less attractive, although them have this big giant. Germany is less attractive, to the world, although them have this big giant.
You have 5 teams in the Spanish league. You have the same, similar setup as Germany. Similar structure as Germany. Look, I agree to a certain point where in what you just said. I mean, listen, it's a business. You know, you buy when you buy a football club, you expect to turn a profit. A lot of times you buy these clubs and you save them. In the English people case, you save them club from bankruptcy.
Yeah, some of them would never even play 4th division. Them not just lock down.
Them be a Wimbledon. Mr. Manchester United fans. Eh?
You and I grew up on Wimbledon.
Yeah.
You and I grew up. Where are they now?
2 separate teams. What? Third division? Second division? Listen.
Split.
Manchester United fans were so angry that the owners bought
the club,
that some of them went and formed their own club.
No, club.
They
Because it's a boys' club. The club with them family is not a football club. It's more like
no, it's a football club.
yeah, but what may I say is
Argyle.
recreational club.
Argyle, we play the conference.
No, you mentioned something, but more you analyze what you said. That for sure was silly. The English people marrying a brother.
No, they are. Listen, me not defend them. You hear me talk bad about them already. I'm not defending them. They are
You're right.
arrogant.
You're right.
Arrogant.
In certain sense, you're right. In that while meetings is a business, I think there should be balance in terms of how all the players, all the stakeholders that forms a club. The fans are part of the club. The players are part of the club. The investors are part of the club. The sponsors are part of the club, right? And all of them should be looked at and say how we involve everybody while making money. It's not a total say money or nothing. It's got to be something in there for everybody. You understand me? Me believing that are the ideal. Not every club is gonna get it.
But that's a system that Germany have. But yet you still have teams that fail.
Oh. Me not have a problem in Premier League because me see growth in the lower team them coming through the ranks, and because money start flow from the Premier League into the Championship, teams stay in the Championship and build them side and build them club. Me I look on some Championship clubs and it look nice. It never looked so nice one time. Can the money never used to there when the first division?
The money, but you know, so there's a big disparity between first division.
Yes.
Between the Championship and the Premier League. When a team get relegated enough. Rough.
I agree. But guess what? It was rougher. And the English people need to remember that, and the pundit need to remember that it was rougher. What we have now, what we had then, there was no money to develop nobody.
But
at Brighton, what your team name? Where I vote for tomorrow?
Brentford.
Brentford is better off under the Championship than if there was no Championship 10 years ago. Now ask you. Messi team come up from the Championship and them used to come up and slide down. Them a hold them own now. A Burnley a hold them own. A Burnley for hold them own. If no money never there Championship.
But aren't you defeating the argument because we just had two teams come up and gone back straight back down?
That another.
Listen. But we just have okay. We just have two teams gone and come back up, right?
But that happened in the last since the Championship created. How much time that happened?
You have had at least one team.
Yeah, but I'm saying that even that one team, when they came up, they have a better standing, a better base than 20 years ago when people used to come up in Division 1.
So all you explain Fulham then?
One of the things is not the availability of money run a team alone. And you know that.
Explain Fulham.
Administration and the coach where you get and the administration were run. Look at Arsenal. Arsenal and Liverpool have the same opportunity. I could start this. I'm going to show you the difference between clubs. The difference between clubs that get promoted and the difference between clubs where I got always in the Premier League. Differences I got always in club. Because Arsenal will never spend money to win nothing. And probably Fulham never spend enough money to stay in there and be more competitive.
So let me remind you, the first time Fulham came up, right? Fulham spent a ton of money on players. Shitload of money.
And
Fulham. The first time,
Yeah, thought when them get promoted last year?
No, a couple years ago. They spent a lot of money. This This year, then, and they go straight back down. This year, they did not spend any money. This year, they're like, you know what? We're not gonna spend, that amount of money like we did last time.
And then get criticized the last time. But possibly them get criticized the last time, so them say them not gonna root them.
Criticized. Yeah, they get criticized.
Let me ask you a question if you can remember. Who them they pay them weapon money from? You can remember the name?
Who?
Yeah.
In terms of players?
Yeah.
No, yeah. I cannot because I don't follow Fulham. So
no,
really.
Yeah, but not that. But we can bet you, and you never bet because you know say it true. Them spend the money, but they not buy quality people.
No, of course. They never buy quality players. If they never buy quality players, they would not be in the same predicament.
Exactly. But the money spent foolishly, and that matter to say is not only the availability that guarantees.
They spend foolishly, but they did spend. So them spend the last time and they go straight back down. This time they must spend and then go back down.
All right. But you know what the difference is? You know what I agree with? Money was there to spend. Where the money come from? That's my argument, you know. Money was there to spend.
Yes. But listen, Fulham has the money to spend, you know.
Yes, no, that man, you're not getting, you know. I said the fact that the championship changed and pattern little after the Premier League.
Okay, forget. Okay, forget that. Fulham. Forget about championship and money. Fulham have money to spend.
Right.
No. It's a billionaire own Fulham.
Oh, apart from.
No, that matter about. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, outside.
No, outside of this, I must forget about everything else. Fulham have money to spend.
Oh, yeah, but no, that you give me that. You give me more ammunition. So money is not the be all and end all of team doing well. That say we don't even know instead of more money.
No. I simply ask you Fulham's position.
No, I thought that they asked me Fulham's position today. What me said, no, the championship have more money and teams are better off for the restructuring. That was my argument. And you said, what? Oh, you
explain Fulham.
I'm gonna say it's not money at the Fulham problem. And that me say.
So but you tell me what you think is Fulham problem? But you have told me what you think is Fulham problem.
Fulham problem is if it's not money, it's got to be Arsenal. I'm tell you, it's the Arsenal syndrome. Just don't want to spend it right. And that's a Fulham problem.
Listen, but you can't spend it right because you don't know where you get.
They may spend it wrong before. That's what I say right. God, they may spend it and spend it wrong.
Yeah, but okay. A lot of times you buy players, right? A lot of times you buy players, you know.
I guarantee.
And they're not produce like you expect them to.
I guarantee, but name. We don't want to do research and name the crap of player that Fulham spent years ago when them spend money and see if you really did expect to get some out of them player from just by buying them, not after tried and failed. Not talk about on paper start of the season. Really, Fulham? Really? You spend all that money on them people? Clubs do it, you know. Clubs are poor scouting. You have clubs have poor scouting system because the money spent on a scout before you even start spending on a player. Get somebody who know, who have connection, who can negotiate, who can attract. Spend money on that person first before you go get anybody to call up a group of people and splash money on them and trick them. Say, money well spent.
No, but okay. The scout. So you're gonna blame the scouting system?
Some club not have no good attraction. All right, you have some player. Depends on who call them. Their agent review them, research them. Them not talk to some people. Them not talk to some people. You see where check. You see where you mention what check do to bring Mendy. Influence. You need people with influence, especially when you come on a low division. When you come up now, you need to change up some things administratively. Because the big league is now, you know. Man, in a big time, you can't carry certain small package and labeling. In the big time, it will hamper you. And some clubs want to keep the same team because of loyalty. You know that. This is England we are talking about, you know. Loyalty greater than common sense, you know. Loyalty is greater than common sense. It's England. They will carry the people. No, them plateau. Them out of them depths now. Premier League is a different ball game from Championship. Different ball game. Because you look across the world now. First time you never used to lose across the world in the same broad view there, an upper view. You could have get anybody down yourself, but now you need to attract a big name player. You have to have the right person to do it. Have to spend the money on that.
Sorry, may I check something? So Fulham, you say you want to say what Fulham look like, right? What the squad was like. So 2018-2019 season. What time?
And then probably come back. Then probably come back again, you know. Skip a year. Then probably skip a year again and come back, you know. Them just can't manage Premier League because them might try the same thing over and over and I expect different results. You need to attract good players. How we attract good players? What we need to attract good players? When we talk to good players, what is the feedback? What is the thing that is holding up from breaking those?
They had a good coach. Ranieri was a coach a year.
Who's my coach now?
Look a bit. Ranieri is in it. Ranieri win the. So Ranieri won the Premier League with Leicester, no. So do I go and Ranieri he that coach, you know?
Oh man, I like it. I like it. I say, who's my coach now?
In that back home, man, in that Italy. Forgot who my coach. Who Ranieri a coach again? You mean at the winning though?
But you see what Leicester did for him? You see what Leicester did for him? Leicester get a good coach. But Leicester now want to keep a good coach and expect a good coach to work man. Leicester give him players. The players they wasn't world beater, but they were good players.
They were a team.
And they were good players. You had Mario, you have Conte, you have Vardy, you have City one name. City winger name, right winger name again.
Sorry, may I check something? City, Mahrez.
They are good players. They never win with nobody. Them give him support over the years and him build a team and him build unity and then play to him system. You could have the best system in the world if you don't have players but can't at least bring something to the table. You can't be effective.
So Ranieri was at Sampdoria.
Before him comes Fulham.
No, him just leave Sampdoria. Him step down.
Oh, that's it. Oh.
This season, yeah.
So them get a good coach. Did they get any player to support the coach?
Well, I'm up on the list. Is there missing by the way? We'll stick out, yeah. I mean, I mentioned Ryan, but Ryan Barner come through the youth system. Sesson Young. Remember in the Chelsea, Tottenham, they buy him and loan him out to Hoffenheim.
No, I remember I'm playing that league, yeah. I remember.
You have Timothy Fosu-Mensah in there, Leverkusen now. My right back, Leverkusen.
I bet you them never ready yet when I play 18, 19.
What is that?
2018-19 Fulham. Them never develop it into the player they are now.
Actually, is this an age? Well, I must. You know, I can't tell if it's at the age, no, you know, at the age of when they were at Fulham. I'm going to put Ryan age. I'm going to Ryan young. Yeah, man. So, all right. So, okay. So, I know this correct then. So, at the time, Mensah was 20. So, Seseyan was 18. Maybe somebody else.
You name one more.
Yeah, Timothy Fosu Mensah. He made a mention. You well, you know, he was on loan from Manchester United. I ended up in the Manchester United. He was on loan.
So then they never even take him back for the season when they get promoted.
Hmm?
When they get promoted, they never play him 18-19 season.
No, he was on the team 2018-2019 from on loan from Manchester United.
Oh, it was a loan. Well,
Yeah.
Loan can't help. But what age he was when he get the loan?
20.
So you see a pattern, though. They
Well,
never have not seen a player. Them have some young player, but they never have seen a player to work around them. So by the time Fulham go back down, the young player them leave Fulham and they become good, better players.
Oh, when they did it, you know, Schürrle. Andre Schürrle. He was on loan from Borussia Dortmund. Oh, right. Ryan Babel did it, you know. Yes, Ryan Babel was there, right. Ryan Babel was there. He come from Besiktas. Lazar Markovic was there on loan from Liverpool. Harvey Elliott, Liverpool was there. But at that time, Harvey was 15. So we will count him. So Babel, Schürrle, Lazar Markovic. Mitrovic was there as well from Newcastle. Alexander Mitrovic.
Wolf alone.
No, in the giant them from Newcastle.
Oh.
And his fee was 24.7 million.
That's a waste. You see what I'm talking about? Could have never. I stick him stick up the club, you know. You know, so him and the agent stick up the club. And then play.
I remember get one more. What are they? I'm gonna say the one. No, that's a loan deal. I can't see what fee transfer is either. Ryan did cheat though. Ryan was 2 million. Yeah, one of that. Okay, so say another waste of space. Jean-Michel Seri. He came from Nice. $30 million. Say another one, yeah.
How much money it cost?
Eh?
How much money it cost?
I think our money was what, 20 head? Me never got check. Can't remember. And they have another one from Marseille, another Frenchman. 24.85 million. Andre Zambo Anguissa. Him still there, no? Yes, I'm still there. Tell me some play this year.
So the money spent. And even though I go down one long contract, he might ride out same way, you know. I ain't play.
Match of there's another one. Another one, yeah. Alfie. I would have seen him ago. Oh, Alfie Mawson came from Swansea City. 16.85 million. And you have other players who cost less than 10 million. I'm not about to mention them.
No, but I understand less than 10 to build up the squad. But you're reaching at the 20s and 18s and 20s and 30s. I should have one name where we know. You understand me?
All right, so
One German before have been there and done that and over the hill, but have something for offer. You know, somebody.
Hear this now. Top arrival, you know. Mention John Michael Seri, 30 million. Andre Zambo, 24.85 million. He come from Marseille. Alexander Mitrovic from Newcastle, 24.7 million. Alfie Marson from Swansea, 16. And they had Andre Schürrle from Borussia Dortmund. Them have team fee at team loan fee was a $400,000. And then look who depart. Roy Fonte on loan. David Button, goalkeeper, 4.5 million. Abukar Kamara, loan transfer. Stefan Johnson, loan transfer. Ryan Frederick, loan transfer. Them don't make no money, no. Them bring people in, you know. Spain.
The eye. And send out on a low.
On a low. Loan transfer.
Kamara are the biggest name out of everybody when we talk about that one ago.
And I think I seen Kamara yet in Bodo.
You think about the same Kamara?
Abubakar Kamara, center forward.
Not the same Kamara?
No, man, because in Wengo, fee loan transfer was what the club are there? What the club are there? Not the club are not even in England, Wengo.
You know, take a long route back.
Matala Spore, what that?
The man take a long route back, man.
Which team you think him play for? No, man. Right now, the team went up in their French league now. Dion.
Okay.
Or Dijon, or whatever the man call it.
There's a Kamara that is good now.
Yeah, another guy. That is one attack.
Yo, them halfway, all right. Any team that come up now have to get some players that like where your former striker name Ince.
Nice strike, former striker, Liverpool.
Yeah, Liverpool.
Danny Ings.
Danny Ince. Danny Ince at Liverpool. I like Ince. Ince have to play for one of the team where I come up. You know, better give an example. Say you have to still try to attract people with some pedigree, either farmer pedigree and the declining, but them have something for offer, experience, calmness, they give them captain, let them lead. But you just can't spend money so you know all them people are 20-year-old.
Remember Tottenham to do that a few years ago now. Before Pochettino, I saw them hire Pochettino, you know. How did they? Remember?
After use. After use.
Probably after use, man. I know. After use? Crap. Told you, me and Sam talk about it.
Like, can get there before. Pochettino come, like, you can't say a user hand over to him. Like somebody was there. I think somebody was there.
Who did that before Pochettino? Alrighty, watch this, huh? 16 hours ago, Antonio Conte interested in becoming Tottenham Hotspur manager.
Who's?
Conte.
Is interested in coming what?
Tottenham Hotspur manager.
Where they put that on the table?
Antonio Conte will be the next Tottenham manager.
Yeah. Pochettino not going anywhere. And Liverpool sit down there and make that happen. I don't convince that Arteta is ready.
You said at Liverpool, you said it's Arsenal, you know.
Oh, you find joke. Oh, I'm gonna get the fun in this one. That's fun. People, oh, that's fun. I'm gonna cast it. Arteta.
You know, I'm reveling in a misery.
Arteta is not ready. I always bat for Arteta. Always. But for Arteta so much that I say Arsenal should have taken Arteta when he retired and be the apprentice for Wenger. That not happen. Man make him reach a city. Some say, oh, they make Arteta reach a city. Oh, they make the captain retire and reach a city to understudy another coach when he make a team coach here. I don't understand that.
Remember after him left Arsenal, him go Everton, you know, go play.
Yeah, man, but him is an Arsenal man. You understand me?
Yeah, but to win get opportunity.
Never get the opportunity under Wenger. Wenger never wins.
No.
Fine, him go on one coach where we can't cost.
Who get opportunity? Who get opportunity?
No, I say I don't think Arsenal gave him the opportunity to be
under Wagner, who get opportunity?
As a player?
Yeah. Who they took over after them fire the coach?
No, the coach never get fired.
Which coach never get fired?
Wenger.
No, Wenger matter about. The Spanish coach, after they fire him, who took over? Which one of the ex-player take over? You forgot?
Oh, the midfielder, yeah. What's his name again? It's the Arsenal. It's the Arsenal by my heart, you know.
Yes.
Yeah. But not as bad as not as revered as Arteta. So
but I'm saying that's who got the chance, because he was still he was within the Arsenal ranks. Whether he was a youth coach or he was.
Yeah. He retired before Arteta.
He did.
He retired before Arteta. So he retired before Arteta, but he shouldn't get pushed out on Arteta retire. That may I say. That may I say. Because Arteta was a captain. Arteta was a rock. After Vieira gone, Arteta took over the midfield. And it was a rock. Arteta was attacking and Arteta dropped in a defensive mid in the later years and became a rock. When he retired from football totally, Arsenal should approach him and say, come back home. No, the matter to come back home because them things say somebody else do the hard work. Yeah, City do the hard work and refine it for them. None of them can get it. Me they get tricked too. Fine. Can me think them learn something from one of the best coach. Yes, this man as one of the best coach in the game. Right? So I think they learn a thing or two. Arteta learn.
Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe and share our videos. And don't forget to comment
and hit that notification bell.
This has been another episode of Teach and the Prof.